Day today, April the 28th. Yes, and it has been an April. I can say that. We've got very needed rain. Grass is growing. Birds is twerking. Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Now, the subject matter, it's just something that I was thinking about. My last video, no views. And I have seen not that many. I have seen some other videos that had no views. Okay. So, and then I look at uh, uh, videos that just in a few months have over 1 million views. And it usually has something to do with sex or violence. If it bleeds, it reads. And and they got plenty of that. So I'm just going to go over a few things that I put on my recorder because I'll be thinking about stuff. And then if I don't record it or write it down, I would totally forget what I was thinking about. And sometimes I feel like this is something that I want to talk about with you guys. So
I'm about tired. I won't have to wean myself off of. I don't really like CNN no more anyway. I used to look at when CNN started being on the news 24 hours. I was on it, but I stopped looking at CNN because news. All they want to do is talk about politics, Trump, same old people. Still ain't enough black journalists are talking about black issues. And then this fool over here, he gonna talk about, he said at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he gonna say that a lot of people are disappointed the way the economy is going, and that the only people that can afford groceries are in that room, which is a lie. And nobody called him out. I don't see nobody starving. I haven't starved. I may not be able to buy the things that I want to, but I never have. Never could. Even when I got food stamps, still couldn't buy the stuff that I wanted to. Okay? I still see stores full. Go to Kroger. And then for one thing, the stores are full, really, because there's only one Kroger in 20 miles. That's another thing. These grocery stores, Kroger, Giant Eagle, they got the grocery stores sold up. Why? Why black people don't have a grocery store chain? But anyway, since America been America, there has always been poor people that could not afford to feed their family. Eat the way they would love to eat. And it's getting even worse because the food is garbage. The food is more than it should be. That's because of greed. There's no, local, people don't even know how to grow their own vegetables, sew their own clothes. And then they selling all this cheap stuff. Half the stuff you buy is worthless. And every year, it's always the same thing. Oh, the economy is bad. Oh, gas is too high. Oh, food is too high.
that is something that I notice especially during election time. That's when people care about the poor people can't eat. People can't buy the food that they want. This is high. Gas is high. But after the election time, oh man, we're gonna take their food stamps. They're getting too much. And then I remember during the Trump administration, they was talking about cutting out food stamps and sending people food boxes. What? Yeah. So that's why I am sick and tired of looking at these, even YouTube, because the people could just say what they want to say, and you can't call them out, and they don't call them out, and they know that was a lie, because the people sitting on that panel can go in the grocery store and buy what they want. It ain't even about buying what you want. You buy what you can. And I have had times where my cupboards was bare, but you go, try to go to the food bank, go to somebody's house and see what they got. But see, we don't know how to help each other. We're scared to help each other. And then some places it's against the law to help people. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen on the news where people were getting arrested, fined for giving people food, homeless people food, and it's crazy. It's crazy. All the food that we throw out or don't need, somebody could have it. But see, there's no connection. There's no line of service for us to help one another.
It's always been high. I remember when a loaf of bread was 50 cents. Come on. Now it's damn near $5 for a loaf of bread. And I ain't stopped buying bread. It's sickening. It's really, really sickening. And we may be laughing, but nobody ever want to really break it down. Why people are voting and supporting a man like Trump, a known idiot, racist, hateful, dumbass man who's always been a criminal, came from criminals. And we all know that's why they vote for him. Because half the people that vote for him, that's who they are. And these dumbass black folks that is supporting the racists, they the same. They the same because they want to be white. They want to be white racists. That's funny. A black man wants to be a white racist. If they could, they would join the KKK. They forgot. They try to overlook all the racist stuff he done said and did because they believe in the lie that they was getting more money while Trump was in the White House. Oh, that's stupid. That's all they care about is their paycheck. They don't care about the fabric of the country. They don't care about their people. So I'm gonna have to wean myself off of this doggone internet news because it's just stupid. Because that man sat up there and said that big fat stupid lie. and only ones that can afford groceries, the ones that are sitting in that room. And nobody said nothing. Nobody rose their hand and said, yeah, wait a minute, I can afford groceries. And we giving all these food stamps to all these people to buy groceries. And now people can afford more stuff because their student loan was forgiven. And now that insulin is down to $35 a month, now people can afford better quality food. Surrounded by idiots. Surrounded by idiots. The only time I'm not surrounded by idiots is when I'm in the house by myself.
That's just my personal opinion. Yes, that's my personal opinion.
Being focused and being smart is a winning combination. The propaganda out here is crazy. It's all over the place. And it gets in our heads. And we cannot regulate our future, our children. Because we are putting them on the path of destruction. And we always talk about racism. I'm going to talk about racism. Racism, that's slave thinking. It is, I'm not going to say it's no more racism because it is, because that's the way people think. But we have to get out that thinking. We have to get out that box. We have to think outside the box. Because racism is profitable only to the propagandists. Because you could get $14 million because you was, your rights was stepped on and you was prejudiced against, and you're going to get some money. But what are you doing with that money? And you know who's paying that money that you're getting? The state. And who's the state? Me and you. So, really, it don't mean nothing. Because all the millions of dollars, billions of dollars that have been paid, and it should have, but what are we doing with the money? We're not building up anything. Right now, we should have our own nationality. Because we are never going to be a part of this country. Never.
That's my
As
opinion.
long as it's ran by these white elites who is causing all the problems and want to turn around and make policies and laws and legislation to fix the problem that they caused. How do you do that? Because for one thing, we are not taught as children to be productive and be responsible for our own actions. And they always talking about reform and redemption. Nobody's going to redeem you but yourself. When you do something wrong, you have to redeem yourself. And that means if you get caught stealing something, you have to yourself redeem it. You have to stuff is not redeeming. Because all you're doing is causing more problems. Because you know why? Because the state have to pay for your behind to sit behind bars for 10, 15 years. And then you get out and do the same damn thing. Probably worse. Because you've been locked up for 10 or 15 years. Can't really be productive because you have all these doggone psychological problems that you had before you went to jail, and it was probably made worse while you was in jail. So how in the world are you going to have somebody go to jail, get in the gang, and get all these tattoos, and become more gangster? And then you let them out to do what? Wreak havoc on other people that's trying to live their life that they deserve. Now, just like that doggone Tim Scott gonna get out there and say, this is not a racist country. How is this man able to live? I mean, to work. I ain't gonna say to live. To work. Because for one thing, this country was founded on racism. But see, the only thing is about racism, that's 1800 stuff. People don't hate you because of the color of your skin. It may be some that think they hate you because of the color of the skin because they've been taught that. But no, they hate you because they hate themselves. They hate you.
Well, that is true.
Because you look better than them. And they have been conditioned to think that their God wants them to rule the world. And how do you rule the world? With an enemy. You have to have an enemy. It ain't about being racism. They hate you because you are the enemy. But what do we teach our children? Oh, to suck up to the enemy, to be with the enemy, and we're gonna have to change our way of thinking. We have to think outside the box. We have to change our language, and we have to think the way we think. And most of all, we have to watch our thoughts so they become words. Watch our words for they become actions. Watch our actions for they become habits. And watch your habits for they become your character. I always say, I'm going to talk a little bit about the immigration issue that is going on. For one thing, we have to realize that there is a solution to every problem. And as I have said many of times, the people that created the problem is trying to solve the problem. Okay? So until we get in some problem solvers, this is always going to be a stain on this country. And a lot of times they want to computer stop. They want to talk about other countries, how they're not letting people in. Well, it's other countries that have this similar problem. And you have people. We have to look at these people as who they are. They are risking their lives. Why would they be risking their lives to come over here? It must be twice as bad because they are coming to a country that has its own.
Yeah, we don't talk enough about that. We sit up and let these talking heads talk about all these issues that affect us. Okay? As we the ones that have to walk among these people. And because where do you see them walking around? Going to the grocery store. You know what the rich do? They live and they work and they associate with other rich people. Okay. If we don't start having serious talk instead of just partying and having a good time, it's over. It's over. You know, summer's coming up. You're gonna have all kinds of things going on. You're gonna have parades. You're gonna have fairs and block parties and festivals and jazz concerts and all this stuff. But you don't hear about let's come together and think about solving some problem rallies. You don't see that. And if you do have a bunch of prevalent people up talking some good stuff, it's going to cost an arm and a leg to get in. And then they are far away, Atlanta, New York, California, places like that. And the people that really needs to hear it are not going to hear it. And I noticed that I didn't see, well, they didn't really show, but how many Black journalists do we have? I mean, investigating journalists that could really investigate, really find out information that we can use. We're not having healing concerts. We have to get up and shake your booty concerts. That's what we have. And we are the most that need healing. I'm calling all grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles. Let's get together and start helping these young ones go a better direction. Okay? Let's talk about it. Well, thank you for listening. I'm going to end now. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, great, and successful day. And let's be peaceful. And today is Sunday. And I know a lot of people are going to be going to church. And but I'm going to tell you something. What we need to concentrate on and worry about is this: the body. Because without this, you don't have no soul. And what these churches really need to do is concentrate more on the body. And healing the body. And these religious people, these religious fanatics, they go around here trying to tell people how to live, and they can't even live their own lives. All right, thank you for listening. I know this probably is going to have no views too, but it's okay. It's okay.